The iPad era is officially over, and Apple doesn't want you to know. 6 new tablets in 2025 just crushed the iPad Air with faster displays, longer battery life, and way lower prices. One of them even costs less than Apple's keyboard. So before we break down these iPad killers, hit subscribe and drop a comment telling me which one you think will dominate 2025, because Apple might finally be in trouble. Now, don't get me wrong, the iPad Air 2025 is still a solid device. It's got Apple's powerful M3 chip, a smooth liquid retina display, and the reliability of iPad OS. But here's the truth. Apple doesn't talk about while they're charging $599 for the base model, other brands are moving faster, adding more power, better displays, and smarter features for hundreds less. The result? For the first time, Apple's tablet dominance is slipping fast. So let's see the 6 tablets that just flipped the game. Let's start with a tablet that proves you don't need to spend big to get big value. The Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus, also known as the $209 budget beast. This 11-inch tablet packs a 90Hz display, smoother than the iPad Air's 60Hz screen, and that's already crazy at this price. It runs on the Snapdragon 6955G chip with up to 8 GB RAM and 256 GB storage, plus a microSD slot for another terabyte. And the battery? A massive 7,040 mAh, giving up to 14 hours of use. That's about 4 more than the iPad Air. You even get quad speakers and a headphone jack, something Apple ditched years ago. For students, families, or anyone who just wants Netflix, notes, and browsing on a budget, this thing delivers. Sure, it's not flawless. The 1920 by 1200 resolution isn't razor sharp, and the chip won't handle heavy gaming at ultra settings. But for $200, you're saving nearly $400 over an iPad Air and getting more screen, smoother performance, and more freedom. The Tab A9 Plus proves that budget doesn't mean boring, it means smart. Now, if the Samsung was impressive for the price, this next one feels almost unbelievable. The Lenovo IdeaTab Pro isn't just a tablet, it's a complete setup for under $300. Lenovo basically said, why pay Apple extra? Because while Apple charges $129 for the Pencil and $299 for the Magic Keyboard, Lenovo just throws everything in the box. You get a huge 12.7-inch, 144 Hz display, sharper than the iPad Air, powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8300 processor with up to 12 GB RAM and 256 GB UFS 4.0 storage. It even includes a stylus and a 45-watt fast charger, both free. The battery? A massive 10,200 mAh that fully charges in about 90 minutes, while the iPad takes more than 3 hours. This is the ultimate student and creator tablet. Note-taking, sketching, multitasking. It handles it all. Sure, the screen's brightness tops out at 400 nits, so outdoor use isn't great. And Lenovo's update policy isn't as long as Samsung's or Google's, but for $290, you're getting a high refresh display, stylus, charger, and JBL quad speakers all in one box. This is what I call real value. The iPad makes you pay more for less. Lenovo gives you everything for less. Now this next one is where mid-range meets madness. The Xiaomi Pad 6 Pro doesn't just compete with the iPad Air, it outruns it for almost $200 less. You're getting a 2.8K 144 Hz display, powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chip, with up to 12 GB of RAM and 512 GB storage. Translation? It flies through multitasking and gaming like a mini laptop. The 8,600 mAh battery supports 67-watt turbocharging, taking you from 0 to full in about an hour. And Xiaomi's MIUI Pad. Software brings desktop-like multitasking split screen, floating windows, and a seamless stylus experience. The design feels premium slim, metal, and modern, yet it costs just $399. Of course, it's not flawless. There's no cellular option, and MIUI still has a learning curve if you're new to it. But honestly, for this level of power, display quality, and battery life, the Pad 6 Pro is the best performance per dollar tablet of 2025. If you're into gaming, productivity, or just want flagship speed without the Apple tax, this one's a no-brainer. Now let's talk about a tablet that does something completely different. The Google Pixel tablet. It's not just another Android tablet, it's also a smart home hub that transforms when you dock it. For $399, you get a clean 10.95-inch 2.5K display, the Tensor G2 chip, and a charging speaker dock that turns the tablet into a smart display, basically a Nest Hub on steroids. It's got 8 GB of RAM, up to 256 GB storage, and runs pure Android, with guaranteed 5 years of updates straight from Google. No bloatware, no skins. When it's docked, you can play music, control your smart lights, show photos, or even run your home assistant. Undock it, and it's a full-featured tablet again. The downsides? It's Wi-Fi only, no cellular model yet, and it's still capped at 60 Hz, which feels a bit dated next to all these 144 Hz beasts. But if you're already deep in Google's ecosystem, this thing fits perfectly. It's smooth, simple, smart, and quietly one of the most useful tablets you can buy right now. Now, if you think you've seen power, think again. Because the OnePlus Pad 3 isn't just fast, it's ridiculous. For $650, just $50 more than the iPad Air, you're getting a 13.2-inch 144 Hz LTPS display with 3.4K resolution and 900 nits brightness that's double the smoothness and way brighter than Apple's. Under the hood? The Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, 12 GB of LPDDR, 5x RAM, and 256 GB of UFS 4.0 storage. It's built for power users, gamers, and creators who want laptop-level speed in a tablet body. The speaker setup is insane, 8 speakers total with 3D spatial audio, and the massive 12,140 mAh battery supports 80-watt fast charging. That's full in under 90 minutes. Oxygen OS 15 on Android 15 feels super optimized. Smooth multitasking, split screen, and great stylus support. Now yes, it's definitely a two-handed tablet, and it doesn't have a cellular option. But if you want raw performance and future-proof specs without paying Apple's $900+ premium, this is the tablet to beat. The OnePlus Pad 3 isn't just competing with Apple, it's embarrassing it. And finally, the tablet that looks and feels like it came straight out of the future. The Huawei MatePad Pro. 13.2, priced around $699, isn't just about specs, it's about style, design, and creativity. You're looking at an ultra-slim magnesium alloy body, thinner than the iPad Air, with a stunning 13.2-inch OLED 144 Hz display that delivers deep blacks and cinematic color accuracy. It supports the M Pencil 3.01 of the most accurate styluses on the market, with near-zero latency, perfect for digital artists and designers. Under the hood, it's powered by Huawei's Kirin 9000S chip, backed by 12 GB RAM and 512 GB storage, running Harmony OS 4 optimized for smooth multitasking and creative workflows. The battery? 10,100 milliamp hours with 88-watt fast charging, one of the fastest in any tablet. Of course, there's a catch. Huawei's ecosystem means you won't have native Google Play support, though App Gallery has filled a lot of that gap. But in terms of build, display, and creative precision, this tablet easily rivals Apple's $1,200 iPad Pro for almost half the price. The MatePad Pro 13.2 proves that design and power don't have to come from Cupertino, and that's what makes it so dangerous for Apple. So, which of these iPad killers should you actually buy? Let's break it down quick. On a tight budget? Go with the Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. Smooth 90 Hz display, great battery, and a price Apple can't even come close to. Students or creators? The Lenovo IdeaTab Pro gives you everything stylus, keyboard, charger all in one box for under $300. Need performance and gaming power? The Xiaomi Pad 6 Pro is your beast 144 Hz display, turbocharging, and flagship speed for mid-range money. Already in Google's world? The Pixel tablet doubles as a smart home hub and pure Android experience perfect for minimalists. Want pure performance? The OnePlus Pad 3 is the fastest Android tablet of 2025, period. Massive display, 80-watt charging, and audio that beats laptops. Designers and pros? The Huawei MatePad Pro 13.2 is your dream setup. OLED display, zero lag pen, and premium Apple-level build at half the price. So yeah, the iPad Air's not a bad tablet, but it's not the best anymore. The iPad era is officially over, and these 6 tablets just proved it. Which one would you pick? Drop your favorite in the comments below. I read everyone. And if this helped you, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Next Tech Tools, and remember, the future of tech isn't always Apple-shaped.